Check, check.
Check.
That
Check,
shit was
check.
loud.
You can see it now.
I knew it. How the engineer already ran off.
It took off
Bro, it took off quick too.
out the building.
Y'all come on in here. Y'all come on in.
See, I don't usually drink, man. There's two little shots. That's all it took. I'm loose.
Nah, I ain't gonna let you get I ain't gonna let you get to that. I ain't gonna let you get
Nah,
that
nah, nah.
bad.
Ain't gonna be. I ain't drank no liquor in about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, been a long
Was you
time.
was you bad when you was drinking the liquor? You
Oh
just
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
yeah, just sip that. You know,
Man.
you don't need to drink a lot of it.
Nah,
And
nah.
I think once we get the motor going, it
Yeah,
should be
yeah,
just
yeah.
fine. Should be
And
just
see,
fine.
I'm a whole different person now. So when I get drunk now, I'm probably a whole different person.
Okay.
Probably. Keyword. Probably.
Well, Pop said it sound good. All
Yeah.
right, cool. Yeah, cause I just got these pop filters to go over these mics. What's good? What's up, Chop? What's good, Chop? Yeah, but we got a little inspirational story today, man. We're gonna get a little story with everybody. A couple folk come up in here so we can get right.
Yes, sir. Let me see.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, like I said, bro, you way bigger than I thought you was. Now, cause some of the stories you told me, I was like, this guy, little guy, he was acting like that. But when you walked up, I was like, oh yeah, he was about that shit.
Yeah, man. But I used to be small now. I used to be real small, but I was feisty. You know what I'm saying? I was small and feisty.
I believe it. I believe it.
But I done gained some
What
weight, man.
What's up, Kush? What's going on, Rose?
Gained a lot
You
of
know,
weight.
you know this guy right here? Do anybody know this guy? I might know this guy. Oh yeah, she's supposed to be coming. I'm supposed to get her in here. Every time I hit her up, I be busy and I can't never get her right.
All right, I'm gonna share this right now.
You got everything under control over there while you smoking it up in here. Little sisters are like nothing.
Hey, I got a big sister, man. I'll tell you all about
You
my
got a big
sister,
sister.
man. She's whew,
Sure,
wow.
we ain't got to waste no time. I ain't gonna lie, 'cause I be doing my research. I got a whole bunch of notes and questions and everything. I
Yeah,
had to make
okay,
sure I got
okay,
it
okay.
all the way right, all the way right.
Yeah,
Let me pull it up real quick.
yeah.
All right, for everybody that don't know, if everybody's gonna watch it later, this is I'm gonna say that Kevin Darling,
What up? What up?
originally from what part of Germany?
Cologne, Germany.
Originally from Cologne, Germany.
Cologne, Germany. Yep.
Got see, I be feeling weird when I be like he got shipped here. I would say he moved here
Yeah.
from Germany. How many years ago?
But see, I feel like I got shipped.
You feel
I feel like I got
so
shipped.
you gonna go ahead and claim the ship
Yeah,
part?
man. I got sent. I got put on the plane and said, "You going to America?" That's. I feel like that's being shipped.
So
You know.
how many years ago was that?
Man, that was in about 24 years ago.
24.
Yeah, that was in 2000, man. So you want to go ahead and just start it up, man?
Yeah,
That
I
was-
do got one question before you get
okay.
started. Do you remember anything from Germany at all?
So, man, I remember like little bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like uh, I remember like playing catch with my friend with rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I used to just throw rocks at my friend Daniel, and we used to catch them.
Uh-huh.
And then one day he missed one and it hit him right in the forehead, split his whole head open, and we stopped playing catch with rocks after that. But and then I remember like walking and taking the subway to judo classes when I was like 6. And we used to just ride the train with just me and my friend Mohammed. We used to just take the train together. I was 6 and I think he was like 8. So we used to take the train together and go to judo classes and then ride home. But
Judo,
see,
judo like karate.
yeah, it was like it wasn't. It was more like grappling, like wrestling.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
like
it was
wrestling
like
type stuff. Okay, I
jiu-jitsu
got you.
kind
I
of.
got you.
Yeah, but it was wild. And now I remember like setting up this yard sale one time. I think I was 6, and I had I put out a little blanket underneath this bridge, and Mohammed was next to me, and he put his little blanket underneath the bridge, and we were sitting there selling our toys, or selling whatever we could, to make some money, because I was poor in Germany, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we sit there on the blanket trying to sell our toys, and this little Arab kid came up, and he pulled out a little switchblade knife. He said, "Give me all your stuff. Give me all your stuff." And me being 6, man, I was scared. You know what I'm saying? So
What?
I see my friend Mohammed. I looked at him, and he took off running. So I'm like, gosh,
The instinct kicked in quick then.
man,
Mm-hmm.
I
Were you
thought
speaking English then or German
Nah,
then?
that was all German. That
You
was,
speaking German then?
yeah, that was in Germany. I didn't speak
Okay.
no English or nothing. So he give me all your stuff, but he said it in German.
Yeah.
Give me all your. He had a switchblade knife. Give me all your stuff. Give me all your stuff. And then I look at my friend Mohammed. He was running. Boom. So then I looked at him. He looked at me, and I just kind of took off running too. Left all my toys behind. I didn't care about the toys. I just didn't want to get stabbed. You know what I'm saying? So, and I ran all the way back to my apartment building. And when I lived in Germany, I used to live. There was these 2 big buildings right next to each other. So like, I would run to my apartment building, and he would run to his apartment building. I could look out the window and see him across the way. You know what I'm saying? Looking out his window, and I'd be looking out my window, looking for the little Arab kid. But it was, man, it was.
Y'all should have jumped him.
We should have.
I just thought about it. I was thinking to myself, like, he
Like, two of
one
us.
Arab, he probably wasn't even going to
But
stay out about it. You
I
probably
don't
should
know.
have
He had a
jumped.
knife, man. We didn't have no knife, so we might have got sliced up.
Y'all should have threw some of them rocks.
Remember how we played catch?
Exactly. You should have hit him right in the head. So what made you, like, I hate saying it like that. So what got you shipped to America?
Man, all right. So, like I said, when I was in Germany, we were real poor. We didn't really have nothing. And my mama, she was a real bad, like, alcoholic. She used to drink every day, man. And, it's not a problem when people drink, right? It's not a problem when people drink. It's a problem when you drink and you can't control who you are anymore.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And you turn into an abusive person or mad all the time or angry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. She used to like beat on me a little bit, and she used to like do crazy ass shit like pull out guns. Can I cuss on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it ain't too crazy.
Yeah. So she used to pull out guns and stuff, and, point at my friends and stuff, and like she was just do crazy stuff all the time.
It was loaded?
Yeah, we loaded.
Oh, God. I just said.
So, and my neighbors would notice that, and so they would try to take me away from my mom, or they would call DHR, like the people, the government of Germany, on my mama, and so we were gonna get taken away from her, and she, instead of us getting it taken away from her, she said, "Hey, I want you to go see your dad and tell him bye for the last time," and so my dad had AIDS at the time. And so, like, I remember little bits and pieces about my dad. Like, I remember him teaching me how to play chess one time. And I remember, like, little bits and pieces.
Valerie said, what part of Germany?
Cologne, German. It's Köln in German, but Cologne in American. But, so.
You knew that, Dominique? I saw you know it's Bremerhaven. Okay.
Yeah, so I remember little bits and pieces about him, but she told me go say bye to my dad. So she took me and my sister to go see my dad, and we went to go see him. The last time I seen him, he was laying on a bed, and we went for a walk around the little park area that he was at the hospital he was in. He was telling me bye, and then she put me and my sister on an airplane, and boom,
Straight out of Germany, straight to the
out of
U.S.
Germany. No English, no nothing, just straight German.
So who they ship you to in the United States?
So, all right. So, when I landed, when me and my sister landed, I was 9 years old. My sister was 12. And we landed in Houston, Texas. And there was this red rope with a bunch of people behind it. And I seen this one lady with her hand up. She said, "Hello, hello." And I'm like, "Who is that lady?" And she was the only German person. So I was like, "It's got to be the person we're going to." She said, "Hello." So come to find out, it was my auntie, and she took us in, and we lived in Houston, Texas, in the projects there for a little while when we first got here, and that's how I learned how to speak English, was in the project. So growing up, like I always had a ghetto slang. I was a white boy with like a ghetto slang. But
You still got it a little bit. I hear it a little bit.
yeah, but
it come in and out. It bouncing in and out.
But like growing
What'd
up,
she say?
I always she said I
born
was
in-
born in
What that, Nuremberg.
Nuremberg.
Nuremberg. What's up, Casey?
What up, Casey?
Hey yo. Let me get
Hey,
$5.
yo. Hey, but now,
I
you
love
know,
Houston, by the way.
man, Houston was great
Yeah, I about to say I love Houston.
until my apartment burned down.
God damn.
Yeah,
There's an apartment in the projects that burnt
that
down.
burned down.
Somebody. Okay, look. I
And
got
so,
somebody burnt it down,
so,
or it
so,
burnt down.
so my auntie, she told me that my mama had burnt it down because my mama had came from Germany to America, and apparently, oh man, this is just what I'm told. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid back then. I don't know what's really going on, but my auntie told me that my mama was trying to get us back, take us from her, and so she came and burnt down the apartment building we were living in. But I don't know if that was true, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you build down a brick building?
Yeah, that's that takes technique and
Like, how do you burn down a brick
He said,
building?
"Yo, Kevin." He said, "Yo, Kevin, tell him about you." He said, "Tell him about you getting robbed as a kid and your brother." Went, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I already, man. We done talked about that just a second ago, man. You missed it, Casey. But
yeah. We had already talked about it. He said he had I told me should have threw some of them rocks they were playing catch with.
but yeah, man, it was wild. Like I said, when I got to Houston, she taught us how to speak English on index cards. That's how I learned how to speak English.
So do you like remember like any German words, like anything?
Yeah. So I can understand all the German, but I can't speak it fluently anymore.
So you
Yeah.
can't speak a little German.
Yeah.
You hear that, Dominique? Yeah, it was a long time ago for him too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if everybody don't know, my sister was established in Germany. Misconceived, that what it was? Yeah, mama, a little mistake at the late. What's up, Desiree? What's up, girl? Hold on. No, you got a new position at work. Don't talk to me. You don't even be in the break room no more. I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, that's your coworker.
Yeah.
Okay.
She usually be
What up, Desiree?
she usually be harassing me in the break room.
How you say it?
I don't know if I'm saying it right or not.
Desiree.
I'm just gonna say D.
D.
What up, D?
Right. Well,
So from you, hold on, make sure I'm going in order real quick, cause we got to keep everything in the
Yeah,
timestamp
yeah,
order, cause I don't want to go too far ahead.
right. So now at this point, I done landed in Houston. I'm 9 years old, right? And my sister's 12. And so then my apartment got burnt down, right? And so now we at with my auntie still, and she takes us to Miami.
Oh yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We go to Miami, then and she sees all
South Beach,
these-
baby.
Man, I'm a little kid now, and I'm looking out the window out the car, and I see a lot of women that are dressed, got real
Provocative,
And I was
yeah.
like, what? I was looking and stuff. My auntie was like, don't look at them, they'll kill you. I'm like, oh,
Man, come on. Oh, God dang.
So I was scared to death because we were sitting, we were sitting in the car, waiting on her because she went into an apartment. And so me and my sister were sitting in the car looking around. I was spooked at that point, like, oh man, are these women gonna kill me? And so we sitting there. So I always thought prostitutes, would kill you. So,
That's a rough way to grow up. Hey, engineer. Boy, engineer ain't hit no key. He ain't hit 1, 2, 3. Ain't doing nothing. I'll probably be testing it out tonight. You fired. This boy ain't go to sleep. Put that cup down. You probably be testing out the scenes over there. I am. You ain't hitting nothing yet.
So
So how old was you when you was in Miami? You was still 9?
yeah, I was still like nine.
Tell me, did y'all fly from Houston to Miami, or y'all drove?
We drove.
You know how that's like a day drive.
And then we went after we stayed the night in some man's apartment. You know what I'm saying? That night we slept on the floor, and her man slept on the bed or whatever, and me and my sister slept on the floor at the end of the bed. And then so we left there and we went to Las Vegas. She took us to Las Vegas, Nevada, and on the way there we seen the Grand Canyon. You know what I'm saying? And she showed us all the sights, everything. And when we stayed in Las Vegas, I looked out the window, seen all the lights, real bright and everything. Man, I've never been to, I just came from Germany, so I never seen anything like that.
How's this man been to more places out there? I ain't even been to the Grand Canyon yet. That's crazy.
It's all on the journey, you know what I'm saying?
You
Yeah, it's all-
said the Grand Canyon's the last place you go before you die. No, it ain't. What she say? She said I'm in office now, but you'll see me next week. Oh, Lord, she over there. Yeah, Junior, you just pray one, leave it at one, because he ain't doing right. Yeah, I don't know what he got going. He moving nothing around. I bet you.
But yeah,
I said, I'm
so
watching.
so then
I'm gonna write him up.
let me
Yes,
see
about.
where we at. So we in Las Vegas, right? And then somehow, my mama came back to America, or she came over to America at some point.
Oh, does your mama speak English? Or she
Mhm.
still? Okay, okay, okay.
Mhm. So she came over to America, and I guess she was trying to get us back, and so she finally got me and my sister back, and she met an American soldier in Columbus, Georgia.
Oh,
Right.
not
And so
Columbus. I
yeah,
mean, no,
Columbus.
hold on. I ain't even about to start with them. Hey, you right, you
And
right. I'm sorry.
so they met, and they met at a bar, and they got together, whatever, and he ended up marrying her, and he adopted me and my sister, and that's what made me an American citizen. And yeah,
Wow.
so they
He was
stayed.
he was a good guy though.
So nah, man, I can't
Damn.
tell you now, but he is on my Facebook, so I don't know if you watching JD, you know, uh, but he man, it was crazy,
So
man. He
in Columbus, from Columbus so your mom married him.
yeah, so she married him, and then we moved into his trailer in this little Mexican trailer park in Columbus. I don't remember where it was, but it was like,
I'm pretty sure it's still there.
yeah, it was like a little Mexican trailer park, man. It was all dirt, there wasn't no
Oh
pavement.
yeah, it's definitely still there. Yeah, it's still there.
So, but we lived with him for a little while, and then he ended up getting transferred to Fort Benning. So we lived on Fort Benning with him for like a year, and then he found a spot in Notasoga, and he bought a trailer in Notasoga, or rented it out. I don't know if he bought it or rented it out, but we moved to Notasoga, right? So I was like 10 at this point, 10 or 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was 10. We moved to Notasoga. I stayed in Notasoga. We stayed in Notasoga for like a year, and he went overseas while we were in Notasoga. And my mom was real bad on drinking. You know what I'm saying? Always,
Still acting crazy.
man, acting crazy as hell. So one day she took a knife, and she was like talking about killing herself and this and that, and so she told me and my sister to run away before she kills herself. So me and my sister took off running out of the house, went straight to the neighbor's house and told them what was going on. And so they had called the police. Police went over there to where my mom was, make sure she was okay. And so they ended up taking me and my sister away from her at that point. We went to DHR and all that stuff, and stayed
You
with
said
her.
you was 12,
Now,
10.
I think at that point I was like 10. Yeah.
Bro, from 1 to 10. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah. It was a wild ride, man. It was a wild ride. So
So from Notasoga, put it away. How did you end up in the
it's
Opelika
man,
Boulevard
okay,
area
okay.
like
All
that?
right,
Cause you
I'm
are
gonna go step by step. All right,
all
so
right.
in Notasoga, we get taken away from her, and we live with this other family for like 8 months. Like almost a whole year. And went to Notasoga school system, which was like K through 12. You know what I'm saying? It was one building. It was real small. Um, so went to that, and
It was just in Notasoga.
yeah, Notasoga.
Yeah, I think it's still like that.
Right. Real small. So stayed with that family, and then from Notasoga, my mom got me back because my stepdad came back from overseas.
Oh, see, yeah.
Right. So he came back. She got us back, and he found a spot in Opelika, over by King's Trailer Park. And so,
All
yeah,
right.
so it was on this little dirt road. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know it
saying?
was.
This little dirt road right by King's Trailer Park
Yeah, yeah.
and Midway Manor. Like right there on that side. Yeah. So
He said, "Woo, them King days."
yeah. Oh yeah, that's Tiffany right there. What's up?
He said
Tiffany?
about like Pokerwood. Yeah, first grade through senior. They school was sure was.
Yeah. So, he found a spot in over there by Kings, and this was when I was like 11, 12. You know what I'm saying? So we lived there for a little while, and that's when shit got real crazy. Like, I mean,
I thought, well, I thought it was already crazy, but all right, go ahead.
nah, so like I said, my mama was real bad on drinking and stuff, and I used to have my friends come over. So, all right, this goes to where my stepdad. All right, so my stepdad, like I said, he wasn't. You asked me if he was a good person. Growing up, nah, man, because when they were together, when we moved to Opelika, he used to do scrap metal all the time. So when he first started doing scrap metal, he used to have me go in and dump, dive into the dumpsters and find scrap
And
for
get the
him,
metal out for
get the
him.
metal out for him, and like crush cans for him all day in the backyard. And all the metal that he got, like air conditioners, all that other stuff, he used to make me go to the backyard and work all day when I get out of school. Because I used to go to Opelika Middle School, so as soon as I got out of school, I used to go home and have to work in my backyard until sundown. So that way on the weekend, as long as I got the tasks that he set for me done, I could go to the movies with my friend on the weekend or hang out with my friends. And if I messed up in the backyard, well, like one time I remember it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't crush as many cans as I was supposed to. Man, 3 o'clock in the morning.
So you had a quota?
I mean, that's what it was.
I mean, shoot.
I mean, yeah, it was 3 o'clock in the morning one time, and he came in there, and he choked me up out of my bed. I was asleep, and I had my homeboy Jesse. When he used to sleep in my house all the time, so he would sleep like his head would be on the opposite side.
Yeah,
and
I
my
got
head
you.
would be on, when we were like 11, 12 years old. So my homeboy, it was named Jesse Posey, but he came in at 3 o'clock in the morning, man, and just took me and choked me up. Said, man, you fucking up in the backyard, and man, yeah, I was just, I'm like 11 years old. It was like, damn. So and then so that happened for a while, and I used to just have to work all the time, and then finally, Jesse would come over and he would help me in the backyard, be like, hey man, so to make it easier on you, I'll help you work out a little bit, or so we can go to the movies or whatever. So then, and then on top of that, I have to deal with my mama getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes she'll pull a gun out, like I said, pull a gun out, or slap me. You know what I'm saying? Just out of nowhere. Like one time, man, she picked me up from Opelika, from the rec center at Opelika Middle School. They used to have the rec center right there.
Yeah.
Just walk. As soon as I got out of school, I used to just walk down to the rec center and play basketball or whatever. I got a red slushie one time, and it made my lips real red.
She thought you were kissing a girl.
Man, she thought I put on lipstick.
Man,
she,
what
man,
out of all things?
man, she thought I put on lipstick, man. And Jesse, I had my homeboy Jesse, like we were like brothers, you know what I'm saying? Jesse, me, all right. So I met Jesse in middle school, you know what I'm saying, in Opelika Middle School, and he used to sit at his own lunch table because he was the biggest dude in the class that I had, you know what I'm saying, just a big dude. And so I used to sit with him because I was different. I was from Germany, I wasn't like the regular white boys, I wasn't like anybody regular, so I went and sat with him because I didn't really have no friends or nothing. I'm saying because I'm new, so anyway, he was a friend of mine. So where was I at?
You was This is right after the slushy with the lipstick, and then you was
Right. So Jesse, so Jesse was with me at the rec, and we had my mom pulled up in a little Volvo. She had a little box Volvo. It was so embarrassing.
We did too. We had a Volvo 740.
Man, it was so embarrassing, bro. Like it was,
Oh yeah, the station wagon one.
Yeah, the station wagon.
Oh no, we ain't had that one.
It was ugly.
No, we ain't had that one.
It was silver. You know what I'm saying? It was like old raggedy, and when you get picked up at the wreck, they gotta drive right there to the front door. So
to get in it.
man, I'm already getting in. Like already embarrassed, and then I get in the front seat, and my mama looked at me. She seen the red lips. She said, "What the fuck?" And she took her hand and she smacked me right across my face. Bow. She said, "You're not gonna be a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh man.
Like she said the
Yeah, I know what she said.
Yeah, but so the whole way like on the way home, I was like this the whole way to the house. Like, oh, please don't hit me, mama. You know, like worried she was gonna hit me, and I made Jesse switch seats with me because she wasn't gonna hit him. She was nice to him. You know? So
Dang.
yeah, man, and so that happened, for a while, man, and until I dealt with that till I was like, I say 14, 14 and a half, 15, and I used to always go to Jesse's house because he stayed in the projects on the south side of Opelika. He stayed on Chester Avenue, in the projects
Oh.
right there. So I would rather stay in the projects than be at home
Than be
with
at
my
home.
mama because my mom was trying to beat me up all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I would just try to stay in the projects all the time. So that's when I met, a lot of people in the projects, and I used to start doing, dumb shit, man. I used to get into all kinds of trouble.
Get any fights?
Yeah, man. I was rowdy. And I used to steal stuff. I used to just do whatever it took to, I guess, get my mind off of what I was dealing with at home. And so I used to steal cans out of people's backyards. In the projects, and walk all the way to the scrap metal place in Opelika. Just walk all the way there just to have enough money for a blunt or two, for the day, and just sit out on the porch all day while people would walk by and just smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? It's just it was wild, man.
How old were you? What, you was 15 then? Or?
Yeah, I was like, I say 13 to 14 and 15, like 3 years. I stayed in the projects all the time, like all the time, like every day I would be over there.
Bro, does the story get any better after this? Like, Jesus.
Man.
I thought 1 to 10 was rough. From 10 to 15 was even worse.
Yeah, man. It gets wilder for long. So let's see where we at. All right, so man.
Chapter 2, Section 7, Paragraph 9.
Yeah, so all right, so I'm going to the projects with him all the time, hanging out. And then one day, our homeboy Possum, was somebody we grew up with.
Your homeboy what?
Possum.
Possum?
Mm-hmm.
They still on the South Side Project?
Mm-hmm.
Might do some research on this one. I'm pretty sure somebody else know who he is.
Yeah, they know him. I mean, everybody know Possum that I grew up with.
I might do some text messages.
So anyway, one day Possum ended up killing my other homeboy Tay.
Oh, yeah, they know Possum.
At Jesse's house. At the person's house that I used to always go to.
Wow.
And stay the night at and everything. So
you couldn't go back over there.
Nah, I couldn't go back over there because he came up, man. It's crazy how it happened, man. He came in and Tay owed him some money. You know what I'm saying? And he came in, woody woot, and I don't like motherfuckers sleeping on the floor and this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. And he was pointing a gun at him like this. Like, oh, man, you owe me my motherfucking money. And then when he went like this one time, I don't like
pull the trigger.
Boom, it went off. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't mean to shoot him. You know what I'm saying? But he was going like this, and then bow.
Is Possum locked up right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's still in prison.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
But he killed Tay, man, and then they taped up the house that Jesse, were living in, and you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't go back over there. So then I was just stuck with my mama. You know what I'm saying? Stuck
back
with
over
her.
there.
Right.
Dang.
So so then I started hanging out in King's Trailer Park a lot more, and then I had a neighbor named Quintez Knight. He was a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed. He was my neighbor at one point. Then he moved into King's Trailer Park, and I started hanging out with him over there and stuff. And then I met a guy named Slick. You know what I'm saying? Which was like I don't know if you ever heard of Luther Foreman. And them, he has the car detailing play thing.
He still got it.
Yeah.
Down there by across from the barbershop.
He just do a mobile detailing shop.
Mobile detailing?
Yeah. So, but Luther, you know what I'm saying? I met all them. Oh yeah, yeah.
What happened?
Casey.
What Casey talking about? He said, "Remember us stealing your mom's car, bro?
Yeah,
We all
so
got a story of stealing." Nah, I ain't gonna tell. Nah, I might tell mine later. I don't want to talk
so
about it.
you know,
I'm a little bit too close to him right now.
but yeah, yeah. So anyway, all that happened. You know what I'm saying? Then I moved. My mama and my stepdad got a divorce when I was 15, and so when they got a divorce, you know what I'm saying? My mama had to move out of the house by King's Trailer Park because she couldn't, we couldn't live there anymore because they got divorced. And so he wanted the house, and so she couldn't have the house. So we moved to Ski Lodge Apartments.
God dang ski lodge days,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, man.
Where my brother Mike at? Someone get Mike on the phone.
So then we stayed in Ski Lodge and from when I was like 15 till I was 16. All right, so it was like a whole year I stayed over there, and the whole year, man, I was a menace. I was like back and forth from the projects to, cause my mama would stay drunk 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So like it was always some drama in my. So I always stayed gone. I always stayed at somebody else's house. I went and stayed with Casey in Atlanta for like a month or two. You know what I'm saying? And then I came back, and I was just staying everywhere, man, everywhere I could, just to be away from my mama. And then and this is all from, I don't know, man. It was a wild ride. There's a lot of.
So you wasn't going to school or nothing. Then you just
Nah,
just
man. At
just
that point,
thugging it.
at that point I was out of school. I wasn't, cause she didn't make me go to school. So like at that point I was like, man, I ain't going to school. Fuck, fuck everything. All the shit that I done been through. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to school. Um, so anyway, we stayed in Ski Lodge for like a year, and while I was staying in Ski Lodge, that's when Casey. I said I went and hung out with Casey in Atlanta for a while, and then he came and hung out with me for a little while. And one night, man, we went. We were trying to go see some girls.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good night.
Yeah, we were trying to go see some girls, man. And Casey was like, man, why don't we just take your mama's car? I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, man, I don't know how to drive no stick shift. And he was like, man, I do. I was like, all right, man. So, man, we get in the car, and this man stalls out. As soon as he pulls out, like he backs up a little bit, boom, 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 the car goes off.
Off the clutch.
Off, man, like as soon as we got started, you know what I'm saying? So I was already having a bad feeling about it. But, man, he took me all the way to go see this girl, you know what I'm saying? And I did my thing in the back seat while he was standing outside. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, real team player. Okay, all right.
So you know what I'm saying? Then so we go pick up our other homeboy, Josh.
See, y'all did too much.
Yeah.
See right there.
No, this was another night. Actually, this is.
Oh, y'all stole it multiple times.
Multiple times.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
We took the car back. You know what I'm saying? Everything was good. Then we went back again. Took the car back again, and we went and picked up my homeboy, Josh Taylor. It's another homeboy that we grew up with. So went and picked up Josh Taylor, and he was on crutches at the time. His leg was broke or whatever, and we start going down the road in the middle of Opelika by Gugu's Car Wash, driving down the main road. You know what I'm saying? It was like 2:00 in the morning, and police get behind us, and
that's usually how it goes.
and Casey was driving at the time. You know what I'm saying? So, man, they hit the lights on us, and I looked at Casey. I was in the front seat. I was like, Casey, you gotta run, man.
Did he run?
He tried to put it in first, and he tried to like, that gas station right there, like when you're coming from Opelika Walmart, you go past Checkers, and then you got that little hood gas station on the right there.
Yeah. It ain't open no more, but yeah.
But you could just take a right there at the gas station and then come out on the other road behind it.
Yeah.
Man, he took that right to go to that other road, and he stalled out. I swear to God. Yeah, man, he stalled out, man. So we tried to run, but he stalled out. And so then, they made us take the car back to Ski Lodge, or they took the car back to Ski Lodge, actually. They drove us in the backseat of the cop cars to Ski Lodge. And then, like I said, my mom was always drunk. They made me go wake up my mama and tell her
man.
that we stole her car. So, so I walk inside the, you know what I'm saying, the apartment. I look, I see her sleeping right there, and I'm just looking at her for a second, like, man, as soon as I wake her up, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I woke her up. I said, Mama, I stole your car. The cops are out here right now. She was like, huh? I said, Mama, I stole your car. The cops are at the front door. They want to talk to you. And she flipped out, man. She was like, what the fuck? Like she got up and she ran in there. The cops were like, you want to press charges? And I begged her. I was like, please don't press charges. I love you, Mama. Like, don't
Ah,
do
boy,
it.
trying to plead the K.
Yeah,
I
so
blame Casey.
it was really his fault.
Yeah, I
You
blame
know what I'm
Casey.
saying?
It had nothing to do
It
with
was
you.
really
You was
his
an
fault.
innocent soul in all of this. I blame Casey on that.
Yeah, it was
Casey, when I see you, me and you, my boy, we gotta have a long talk.
Yeah, it was really his fault, man. But so I don't know. After that, let me see. I did a bunch of crazy stuff. I don't want to really get into. Man, I did a lot of bad things. I used to go to Moffitt's Mill all the time and Beauregard. You know where Moffitt's Mill at? It's like this.
Is it on that back road?
So it's like a little swimming spot, for everybody, like the local people. It's just in the woods. It's like a little
Yeah.
waterfall area, and you could jump off the bridge and go in the water and stuff. It was a
It's
spot
still
back.
there?
Yeah, yeah,
Man, we ain't never been. We wasn't in the in crowd, I guess. We weren't in, they're not
But,
really from Beauregard. We don't even tell them about this spot.
yeah, but it was what's up, Mickey? But it was a good little spot, man. We used to go there and just party up and drink all the time, even though we were underage. You know what I'm saying? We used to always just get like older Mexican guys to buy the alcohol, and
I ain't gonna lie, like that underage drinking used to be fun.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
amazing.
man. It would make you feel like you're grown,
You know what the first thing I got drunk off of?
Mm.
I hate to say it, but the first time I ever got drunk, you probably don't even know what it is. You, no, it wasn't no aristocrat. It might as well have been. It was Mr. Boston.
Mr. Boston.
Mr.
I
Boston.
never heard of that.
I was in Atlanta with a friend of mine. I was in Atlanta with Tremel and Farron. Farron is now owner of Level One.
Okay.
We grew up together.
Yeah.
And Tremel was like, it was some Mr. Boston and some Tango juice. I never forget, because when they picked it up, I was like, bro, we got this big old jug, and the jug was plastic. I'm like, dang, I thought most of the liquor came in like glass, glass containers.
Right.
And he mixed it in there with that Tango juice, and I drunk it, and I just was in the passenger seat like, oh my God, this is so much fun. And it spiraled downhill from there. Every time I need to drink about every off day.
Yeah.
Or every Tuesday anyway. So how many cities did you bounce around from?
Man, a lot. Yeah. So from that point, where am I at? In Ski Lodge, right? She took us and we moved to Phoenix City, right? And
God, you
so-
just have been to all the bad. You ain't.
So
Auburn was nice around that time.
yeah,
It's real.
man. So she took us to Phoenix City, the south side of Phoenix City, and we were living in this house. And my sister had just turned 18. All right, so my sister had started stripping at Commotions
Oh,
in LaGrange. All right.
yeah, I know
So-
where it's at. Yeah.
So she's
Yeah, I know. I do a
so-
research.
so
I had to do a
she
paper.
she started stripping at Commotions in LaGrange, and so I wasn't really talking to her a lot. She was off doing her own thing, and so me and my mama had moved into this house in Phoenix City, and one day she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go see my boyfriend for the weekend," and she just never came back. And I'm sitting in this house. I invite Jesse over. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Where the boyfriend stay at?
I don't know.
Do you talk to her now?
Yeah. So I get to it.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say like, God,
But
I wish my
yeah,
sister
so-
would just
so,
leave and
I was 16.
not
man.
come back. And
Oh, it was like
popping up
I
and
might have
shit.
been like right about to turn 16 or something like that. It's like right in that area, like right maybe like 2 months before I turned 16 or something. But anyway, she left. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see my boyfriend for the weekend. I'll be back." And she took off, and then You know, I invited all my friends. I was like, oh, but let's have a party. You know, we're gonna drink. Let's party it up. She gone. You know, blah blah blah.
Hell yeah.
You know, so all my friends come over. I invite Jesse over there. I invite my friend Bobby over there. You know, I just invite everybody to come over and drink because I had a friend named Julio. And Julio, man, he was like 27, 28 when I was like 15. And he used to love buying alcohol for me and my underage girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. He was
Oh
weird,
wait.
bro.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, he was,
Dang, when you put it that way,
now
it's
that
like
I look at it from, being grown, like,
yeah.
being his age, like
Like, what was
looking
you?
back at it, like, what was he doing?
What was you
Giving
doing,
alcohol
bro?
to 15-year-old girls. You know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
know. We just can't say it. We know what he was doing.
right. So,
Want to
you know,
smear off?
yeah. So, it was all party time. I was partying, and then a week goes by, and I run out of food in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? So then I start getting hungry. All my friends start leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, "Oh, you ain't
Yeah,
got
ain't nothing there no
no, you
more.
ain't got
Like
no
we gotta get up
food,
out of
man.
here.
We finna head
Party
out."
over.
You know. And then the power got cut off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting in this empty house.
So your sister was like, so you was living with your sister?
I was living with my mama, and my sister was at Commotions.
So your sister was paying the
My
bills?
sister wasn't living there no more. My sister was with her boyfriend at
I'm
the
talking about
time.
when she was there, she was paying. She must.
She wasn't there. She was never there.
So how did everything?
Look, man, all
All
I
right.
know is to tell you what I know. You know
All
what
right,
I'm
I
saying?
understand. Yeah,
So the power got cut off. No food, no water, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so Jesse, he rolled out with me till the end, man. He was there with me until the power got cut off. And he was like, man, I gotta go now though. You know, there ain't no power. I gotta figure out something to do. So my sister's ex-boyfriend came over there, and he lived in Atlanta at the time. And he was like, hey man, you wanna ride with me to Atlanta? I'll show you how to make some money, and we can figure this shit out together. And I'm like, I ain't got no other option right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no food, I ain't got no power, I ain't got nothing. So I was like, all right, let's go, man. So I looked at Jesse and I told him, hey man, I'm finna go to Atlanta. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? And
Was your mom still living in the house?
no, she was gone.
She was gone.
Yeah,
She had left. Okay.
She left and she never came back. And so I went to Atlanta for the first weekend with this guy named Mitch. And he stayed in the hotel room. All right, so first he told me, we're going to go to Home Depot. I was like, all right, we're going to Home Depot. Cool. He's like, man, I'm going to buy you a phone. I was like, all right, cool. So he gave me a little BlackBerry Storm at the time. It was like a brand new phone back
Yeah.
then. It was nice.
I had one of those.
It had a little rolly thing on the phone. It was real nice, man. I was like, oh, man, you going to give that to me? He was like, yeah, man, you can have this as long as, you know what I'm saying, you do right. And this is a grown-ass man. I'm only, like, just turned 16 or something, like, right in that age. But he's like, yeah, you can have this, man. And he's like, I want you to go into Home Depot, or I'm going to go into Home Depot first. And I'm gonna take a buggy and I'm going to push it around the aisles. And I'm going to put all kinds of big stuff in the bottom of the buggy. And then I'm going to put little stuff in the top of the buggy, like hoses and little clamps and stuff.
Okay. I see what he was on.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So then we return the stuff. I go in there, you know what I'm saying, do it. Then we return it and get it on a gift card.
Gift card, yep.
Right.
Sell the gift card.
But, yep, and then we sold the gift card on Craigslist for like 80% of what it was worth.
Yeah, I miss Craigslist. I bought a lot of stuff off Craigslist.
Man. And so there were so many Home Depot and Lowe's around Atlanta that we just did this for like 7 months, 6, 7 months, just living in hotel rooms while I was stealing for this man every day.
But bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, soon you said like a hotel room and a guy named Mitch. Like I was like, I don't think I trust them with him. Like, his name is Mitch. He's in the hotel. I don't think he's up to no good.
Yeah, man. So, it was wild for like them 6 or 7 because he used to order prostitutes, to the hotel room. And he used to try to get me to, do stuff with him. And I'm like, nah, man.
No, because they'll kill you.
Cause I was still young back then. Right,
They'll kill you, man. Trust me, I seen them in Miami. They'll kill you. I'm telling you.
That was in my head. All these females finna kill me. I don't want nothing to do with him. But he would, have his time with him or whatever. I'd be outside the room, and then I'd come back in the room. And then from there, let's see. What happened was I told him I wasn't going to steal no more unless he pays me more money. Because he was only giving me $100 a day. And we were making like
Probably
1,200
Yeah.
a day. And so like and I was doing all the dirt, you know what I'm saying? So like I was like, hey Mitch, you have to break me off a little bit more money, man, because I'm not fit to go in there and risk myself, unless you pay me some more money.
Told you.
And man,
Hotel Mitch. Told you.
and like I said, I was number 16 then, so he looked at me like I was dumb, He's like, man, get the fuck out my truck, man. He's like, man, get the
Dang.
fuck out my truck. And this is a grown ass man, so like I'm like, all right.
This grown
so
man.
I
Name's
had this
Mitch.
blue tote. I had a blue tote with all my clothes in it and stuff, all my things. And it pretty much is the middle of the night. It's like midnight in the middle of Atlanta, man. I don't know where I'm at. Don't know where I'm going. He was just like, get the fuck out of my truck. So I grabbed my tote. I get out the truck, and I seen a little MARTA bus station. And there was a dude sitting there. So I walk over to the MARTA bus station. I'm like, hey, man, how do I get back to Opelika? Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to go back to where I know somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, how do I get to Opelika? He was like, man, you're going to have to take this MARTA bus station to this MARTA bus station. And you're going to have to take that MARTA bus station to the Greyhound bus station. And take the Greyhound bus station to Columbus, Georgia. And then take that to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, that's a lot.
That sounds like a 2-day trip.
And it's a lot, man. So, it was wild. So I called my homeboy right when he told me that. I was like, hey, man, can you call and can you ask your mama if I can come live with you? Because my mama left me. I don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? I called like 5 or 6 homeboys, and they were all like, nah, man, my mama said you can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have nowhere to go. I ain't have no family. I ain't got no cousins, no uncle, no auntie, none of that. So I'm just like, fuck, man, what am I going to do? So I called this one homeboy, live out here in Beauregard, actually. And I was like, hey, man, can you ask your mom if I can come live with you until I figure out what to do, And he asked his mama. His name is Joel Manning. And he asked his mama, and his mama said, come on. So, I moved in with him for like, till I was like 17 and a half, 18, And then when I turned 18, my mama called me. And I was, at that time, from the time I was 16 till I was 18, living out here in Beauregard, man, I was wild. I'm talking about, like.
I'm just surprised we've never bumped. You know what? I'm not even saying we haven't bumped into each other. We've probably been in the same vicinity, but I was like, I probably just never really paid it any attention.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, it's a small world, man. We probably did run into each other.
We've probably been around you like a few times. You used to be in Sweet City
What's Sweet City?
Sweet City back on the back. Wow,
Nah,
it's hard to
yeah.
explain. You went Sweet City, Sweet City, Tateville. All the areas out here had their own little names and stuff.
Nah, I was in Brownsville.
Yeah, I know what that's
You know
at.
what I'm saying?
I know exactly.
Like I said, I was on the bad side of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We didn't go over there. We stayed over here in the suburban area.
Yeah, man. It was and it was actually a couple of my homeboys like that were from the south side of Opelika that got into it with some guys from Brownsville, like Buki and JJ. You ever know them? You ever met them?
What'd you say his name was?
Buki and JJ.
Say a Pookie or Buki?
Buki.
Oh no, I knew a Pookie.
But anyway, they got into it and they shot at each other and stuff like that.
Regular stuff, yeah.
Yeah. But then I think JJ shot up a kid's birthday party one time. Yeah, it was messed up on the south side of
You
Opelika.
just had a real rough.
but
the kids do.
Yeah, man, it was wild. It was wild. They got into it about a female. It was a female situation, man. And
Dang, bro. So like, okay.
Yeah, it was wild,
Okay.
man. So
This is a lot to digest here.
yeah, man. I told you it's wild, man.
So you 18, 19.
I'm 18 now. All right, and
So basically, year 1 through 18.
can I
Okay.
pour me up a little bit?
Oh yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, we can take it. I damn sure need something in this guy. I'm gonna take that one now. Just you want some ice? I'm gonna do it
Yeah,
for you
yeah.
because you didn't had a real rough.
Appreciate it, man.
See, Dominique, you had it good when you came from Germany. We brought you back in the kennel and then
In the kennel.
yeah, brought back in a little kennel. Yeah, I appreciate you though.
Yeah, so
Whew, Lord have mercy. Boy, I done been through everything. You shouldn't be scared of like nothing. You know that, right?
yeah, I'm not really scared of nothing.
Yeah, I just thought about you shouldn't be scared of just nothing. Like this whole wall just blow out. You be like, man, podcast over. Like you should just be just straight calm. Just like, oh man, damn, it was getting good. Oh well, I'll catch you next time though.
No, I'm scared of spiders though. I can't
Man,
stand
shut
no
up.
spider, boy.
Be quiet. You ain't scared of no damn spider.
Man, I'm scared of spiders, man. I can't.
All
do it,
that
no.
stuff you just said, you scared of spider.
I'm scared of spiders, man. I cannot. If I see a
What
spider,
about like the little small jumping spiders?
man, I'll jump away. I would jump away.
What about snakes?
I can't deal with no snake either.
Spiders? But you work?
Spiders.
Don't you work outside though? Like you don't
Yeah.
never see them?
Man, I got workers.
Oh, you got
I got workers.
I can see you put that light up there. You be like, is that a? Hey Tony, go on and handle that for me. I'm going on break.
Yeah, we gonna get to that, you know. But
He getting away from them spider quick. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it right now.
yeah,
Ain't no
man,
spiders out here,
It's,
though.
it's wild, man. But so all right. So I'm 18 and living in Beauregard. All right. So my
Jizzle.
mama calls me after all these years. You know what I'm saying? So
How did she call? How did she even know like your number?
she knew Joel's mama's number.
Oh,
Right. I don't know how she got it.
yeah. That was my next
But
question.
she calls, she gets in touch. All right, and so she calls, gets in touch, and let's see where I'm at. She tells me she calls me and she says, "Hey, I'm living in Albany, Georgia right now.
Albany.
Albany, Georgia."
That's a rough place too.
And she was like, "Hey, you know, you want to come up here and live with me? You can. I don't know where you living at, but you know, you can come live with me." And I'm like, "Mama, where you been at all these years?" You know what I'm saying? Like, the power got cut off. I ain't have no
Water.
food. You ain't been nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? Like
Years.
years. I couldn't even go to school no more. You know, like if even if I wanted to go back to high school, whatever, I couldn't. You know, because I ain't have no stable home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyways, I told her I'd come. Even though, you know what I'm saying, I was skeptical.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to get away from Beauregard because I was doing a bunch of bad things. You know, like I was hanging out with the wrong people, doing bad things. You know, I mean, I was kicking in. You know, I was doing all.
He's pulling kick those
Man,
and Beauregard.
man,
Back then?
it wasn't just Beauregard. You know, it was
Oh, you was all over.
Yeah, but you know, that's where I was planted. But
This house wasn't here then though. It went okay.
no, there's more.
Cause you remember we had a little burger. Nah, I'll just play. I just miss with that.
We did a lot of that, man. A lot of that. So that's what I'm saying. It was wild. But so I told her I'd come. So I get I believe it was a Greyhound bus to take me all the way to Albany, Georgia. And when I get there, she's living with this lady that's 29. She got a husband, 3 kids, and you know what I'm saying, they all living together. And
Yeah.
I'm 18, I'm young, I'm good looking.
There you go. Talk your stuff, twin.
This lady had a husband, 3 kids.
She was fine.
Man, she was fine.
What?
She was-
Why are you?
This is because
He hell. Why you?
so
Don't tell me you did what I think you
man,
did.
so I started living there on the couch, and you know, lived there for like 3 months. And this white lady that's 28 with 3 kids. She used to love getting drunk every night.
Oh, man.
And man, I used to love drinking. You know, I was 18, man. I was on them 211s.
Bro, me
Man,
too.
boy, I was the
Boy,
black
does
cans.
everybody got a 211 store? Oh, you said black can. Oh, no, you won. No, you won. Never mind. You won. Never mind.
The
I
black-
thought we were here. No, we not.
Man,
You
I
a
was
little
on
bit
them-
further.
I was on them black cans.
That's some strong
The 6
malt.
packs were. The 6 packs were like $10. You know what I'm saying? Like $7.
The 12 pack was that?
Yeah.
The silver can. The silver cans.
Yeah. So you know, I used to be on it, man. I was
Steel Reserve, baby.
like, man, like mama, like son. You know what I'm saying? Like I was.
You was like, go down like water.
Boy, so me and the lady, so my mama used to pass out because she was so drunk all the time. She was still
Of
drinking.
course. Uh-huh.
Me and the lady started drinking together.
Uh-oh.
We started partying every night.
She started flirting with you.
Man, one night, she said, "You want to come in here and sleep?"
It was like, I could use a nap. I could use a nap.
This couch is kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie. Let me-
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, you know,
She
that
had,
happened.
she had a full twin bed in there. Just go on there.
Man, she had a queen bed. you
Uh-huh.
know,
No headboard. Just go
her
on.
husband worked third shift. Her husband worked third shift.
See that stuff. Woo, Lord. On my phone, that about to see the most hateful text messages.
So, you know, her husband worked third shift. So, the next morning I'll be on the couch. You know what I'm saying? But that whole night. But
So tell me this. How long did this affair go on?
so it goes on for about 4 months.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good little stretch.
Yeah. And her little brother was my age. He was 18. So we were like, you know, we started becoming close friends and stuff, you know. But the whole time he didn't know I was, you know. So then all right, so one day what happened was this is what happened. One day my mama found out.
How'd she find out?
I don't even know. But she found out. She said, "I can't live here anymore. I gotta go."
Messed up the
She
booty
said,
call.
"This is my friend. You can't do this to my friend."
I was like, this is my friend too.
I said, "All right, mama, I'll holler at you later." You know what I'm saying? And she was gone.
I don't know.
She
We had
moved on to somewhere else. I
we-
don't know where she went.
We had to negotiate this. I don't know. We should just. The husband never found out though, did he?
So this is what happened.
Oh God.
I'm
You know when you laugh before you say it, you know it's some bull, boy. Oh man.
I'm in the house one day. It was daytime, and the husband comes up to me. He was like, "Hey man, you want to ride to Walmart with me?" The man don't never ask me to ride nowhere with him. And I knew he had a pistol up underneath his seat.
Oh.
Man, so you know, I'm already worried. I'm stressing out. My mama done left. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where she went. She just left. I'm used to that by now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm on the way to Walmart with this man. All of a sudden, he started looking at me. He said, "Man, you want to tell me what's going on?"
I'd have just jumped out. I'd have just jumped out and just started running. I ain't sitting around for that.
We were on the interstate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't jump out the damn car on the interstate. You know what I'm saying? So we going down the road. He said, "You want to tell me what's going on?" And I'm like, at this point, I'm scared. You know, I'm like, man, I'm 18. He got a pistol underneath his seat. But then again, I've been in the streets the whole life. You know
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, I'm not really worried about it. And I was thinking in my head, like, hey, man, if he tries something, I'm going to punch him in his jaw, and I'm
There
going
you
to grab
go.
the wheel.
There you go.
You know, that was in my head. Like,
Yeah.
I was picturing. I was like, man, if he try to reach for his pistol, I'm going to punch him, and I'm going to grab the wheel. Because he was a skinny white man. You know, he was, like, real small.
You can tear him up real easy.
Man. Because, you know, I'm used to fighting brothers in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't
Yeah.
nothing.
So this guy is light work. This light work.
Lightweight, right. So I'm riding out the road. And he's like, man, just tell me what happened. I'm like, look, man, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, man, I know you've been fucking my wife.
Ooh, he said it like with that much aggression.
Man, just like that. He looked
Oh
at me
my
and said,
God,
Kevin,
that's-
I know you've been fucking my wife.
Oh, look, that is really.
And I'm like, damn, man. Look, man, it's nothing like that, man. I promise you that. He said, but I know it's not your fault. I'm like,
What? Wait.
So I'm like,
What?
So I'm like, whew, you know, that tension went from way up here
So
back
wait.
down.
Pause. Do you still believe it's not your fault?
Hell no. Hell no.
I was just checking. Cause you know you said she was fine, and you know how our brain works. Like, boy, I get the opportunity.
Right. Right.
Tell
That's
that
what
thing.
it was.
It's gonna be serious around here.
And
All
I
right,
did.
all right.
I
Continue.
did for 4 months.
Oh, you remember that? It was just after Black History Month. Spring, the Go Fest.
Man, I skipped the part, man.
How
Damn,
you
I skipped
what
the
you
part,
mean? It
man.
seemed like,
No, it's a crucial part too, because right before he asked me to go to Walmart, the lady had came up to me and she said, "Hey, I don't want to be with my husband anymore. I want to be with you." And I want to tell him to leave.
maybe
And
she
then-
told him.
And then he asked me to go to Walmart with him. So right after she told me that, you know, that's why I was on the edge in the car. I was like, oh man, he knows.
Wow.
He knows. He gotta know. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, like, oh, he gotta know.
So after he said it's not your fault, and the tension kind of came down off of you, even though he tight, but you know he ain't nothing he can do about it at this point.
So he said, I know it's not your fault. I said, man, I didn't even do nothing, man. He was like, man, quit lying to me. He said, I just want you to tell me the truth. If you tell me the truth, I'm not gonna be mad about it. But if you keep lying to me, I'm gonna fuck you up. You know, like I don't know what he was saying, but he was saying it something in those words, long
Yeah, I
those
understand. I'm
words.
gonna do something. I got
You
you.
know, but like so I was like, look, man, I'm sorry it happened. It just happened. You know, I came out with it. I was like, it just happened, man. I don't know. It just happened. I'm sorry. And he was like, man, don't worry about it. It's not your fault. I'm gonna get my stuff. I'm gonna pack my stuff up and I'm gonna leave.
That's not supposed to be fun. I'm sorry. Oh boy, I'm sorry. That was not supposed to be funny, but
And
crack me up.
so I'm 18. You know, man. The guy moves out.
Dang, bro, you just was like, you was a menace.
I was a menace.
You
man.
breaking in homes and breaking up homes. You was wrecking houses and home wrecking. You was doing all kind of stuff.
So he moves out, and I'm living with this lady and the 3 kids.
You stayed.
I stayed, man.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
He moved out. You know what I'm saying? It was free lit. You know, free. It was a place to stay. You know, I felt like home. You know,
She was cooking and stuff.
she was
Yeah,
cooking, she was
food,
cleaning.
bed, clean. Yeah.
It was a mama figure I could. You know, it was like
Relate to a little bit.
yeah.
You know, cuddle, hold me. Boy, I could never find one. I tried. Like, huh?
So-
Dominique, leave me alone.
So you know, that happens for we stayed together for like 3 months. You know,
That's it.
Yeah, man. 3 months, and she introduced me to all her friends around Albany. You know what I'm saying? All her friends. And I met a lot of people, you know, so after a while I was like, look, I can't do this anymore. You know, I'm
You broke up with her?
yeah, because I'm 18 and I'm looking at it, you know, like, and I want to go
Do
live
some more
life.
stuff.
You
Yeah.
know, I want to go.
She wanted you to be that stay-at-home husband
That's
type
it.
dude like that.
And man, her husband would come over every other weekend and have family dinner with us.
Hold on. Whoa.
Man,
Wait.
Bro, it was weird, man.
So the husband still would come by
every other weekend.
every other weekend. Y'all would have to sit at the table and eat together. And he was he like calm and cool, or was he just
Hey,
like,
look, Brandy, if you watching this, I'm sorry, but this is what happened. This is my life story. I'm telling it. I'm sorry, but you know.
wow, that is awkward.
Yeah. So you know, after 3 months of doing that, you know, and he would come over and fix stuff around the house. You know, and I'm like, I'm only 18. I can't fix nothing. I'm from the hood. I don't know how to fix nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to do nothing like that. So, like, he would come over and fix, you know, the water drain or, like, the sink when it broke or, you know,
And you in there just laying in the bed.
laid up.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that would make things a lot
So,
awkward.
Yeah, so after 3 months, I was like, I can't do this no more. And she was like, oh, no, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I'm like, I got to go, man. I can't do this anymore with you, you know?
Trying to go to spring break.
But
Got
I
time
give
for
you
this.
my motorcycle. I give you this motorcycle. why didn't you tell me that? You know, like that's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, why didn't you tell me you're
It
gonna
was
get
it was a nice motorcycle.
Man, it was nice. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
Harley. You know, it was a Harley
I'm just
Davidson.
saying, you know,
Man.
that could tip it a little, tip the
So,
iceberg a little bit.
but I still said no. You know what I'm saying? And I took off. The whole reason that I went to Albany and I took my mama's offer is because she said she was gonna give me a car when I got to Albany.
Car never showed up.
No, it was there. That's yeah. So that's
So that's the car she left in then, right?
She left the car. The car was mine. So after the 3 months, I had a way of going. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
yeah. So after 3 months, I had a way of going, and I rode into Albany, and I found one of the guys that she introduced me to. His name was Jesse. All right, and he's on Jesse Yoakum. What up, Jesse? You know, I'm sorry, I gotta tell this part of the story too. It's a lot to this story too. You know, so, you know, I met with Jesse and I told him everything that was going on, and he said, man, you can live with me. You know, you can move in with me and stay here, and you know, as long as you need to, until you figure out what's going on. You know, and so I was 18. I moved in with him, and Jesse Yoakum.
yeah, we got there. We got there. We got there far.
So I moved in with him, man. I started doing all kinds of bad things around Albany.
Again?
Went to jail. So many. And see, like before I turned 18, before I moved away, like when I was living in Opelika, Beauregard, you know, Auburn, all these places around here, I never went to jail. But then as soon as I turned 18, I moved to Albany.
That's Georgia.
I started going to jail.
That's Georgia.
Right.
They don't play in the GA now.
I started going to jail. I mean, real jail. And you know, so I the first time I went to jail was a felony. You know, and it was
Who that? You know Josh Taylor?
yeah.
He said these stores can go over that.
they really can.
He know.
Yeah, they really can. And so anyway, I'm in Albany, Georgia. You know, I'm doing my thing, and you know, a bunch of stuff happened in Albany, man.
I believe it. Oh, I
know.
believe it.
I want to talk about it, man, but then again, I don't want to.
I tell you what.
I don't
When
know.
did you make your way back up to Opelika, Auburn area?
All right, so Albany, Georgia. All right, my mama called me again and said I'm living in Columbus, Georgia. And so I think I was 21. Like 21. I had already been to jail so many times. You know, in Albany. No. Okay, I can't skip this part of the story. In Albany, when I was living in Albany, I had to move out of Jesse's house under certain circumstances. I had a relationship with a certain female, and
Was it a female he was dealing with?
I'm not gonna name any names, but
Oh, you ain't gonna name him now.
I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
I had a relationship with a female in Albany, and her baby daddy ended up killing himself. You know, yeah.
All right, we ain't gotta talk. We can skip that part.
Yeah. But so me being a menace, I
Home
went.
record commits.
You know,
Your sheet is your rap sheet is.
man. And I felt like it was my fault for like years. You know what I'm saying? I felt so bad for a while, and you know, after that, man. So, all right, moved away from Albany to Columbus.
Okay.
All right. So then I started living on the south side of Columbus, which was Arbor Point at the time. Before that, it was Baker Village. All right. So Arbor Point is where I met this guy named G Dot. What up, G Dot? Mazo. You know what I'm saying? A guy named D. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole crew in Columbus I used to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was like a little trap house I used to go to in Columbus, and it was on the south side of Columbus. So I used to walk every day, every morning at like 4:30 in the morning. I used to get up every morning and walk to Labor Finder or Labor Ready and go to work every day. Try to go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? And after work, I go donate plasma. You know what I'm saying?
Not the plasma center, my boy.
Right up the road. I used to walk there.
Hey, how much they used to pay for that though?
It was the first time you go it was $45, and the second time I think it was like 55, and the third time I think it was 65, and then the regular after that, after the first 3 times, and I think it goes to like $25 a visit.
That's it.
Yeah, and I used to sit up there religiously, man. I had scars on my arms.
They were getting
Where
old.
they used to poke me all the time, man. And I used to go late. Like I said, I used to walk the Labor Finder every morning and try to find some work. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was nothing but like 19 at that time, 19, 20, something like that. I used to just walk up there try to make some money because I was broke. You know, I need to find something to do. I didn't want to just keep like I was hustling at the time. You know, I was selling shit here and there, but you know,
that ain't consistent.
right. You know, I wanted to try to make. You know, I mean, I just wanted to make extra money. So, did all that for a while, and then let's see where we at. From Columbus, man. I think I came back to Beauregard for a little while. Yep, I came back to Beauregard for a little while. I met a female, and I stayed with her for like 4 years. You know, I moved in with her and her family, and I got, you know, little brothers or whatever. You know, it was her little brothers, but I considered them my little brothers. You know.
You still cool with them?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's so I hung out with them for a while, moved in with them, and I was just living different places. Oh yeah, the whole reason I wanted to go back to Albany, that's what I keep forgetting. This family named Deborah Thomas. Man, I lived with her in Albany, Georgia, because she took me in. You know, like I didn't have nowhere to go at one point. Right after Jesse, I didn't have nowhere to go. So she told me I could live with her and her family, you know, for a little while. And so they were living in a small house when I met them, but then they had actually moved into a bigger house, and they gave me my own bedroom, you know, and it felt so good because I never had my own bedroom, you know, I never had my own spot. So shout out to Deborah Thomas, man. You were a nice lady. My whole, you know, when I was growing up, I appreciate what you did for me. But yeah, she let me move in with them. You know, I had a sister named Sasha Thomas, you know, that lived there. That was her daughter. And then Ryan Thomas, which was her son. You know, and then, you know, I lived with them for like a year and a half, man. You know, in this bedroom, and I used to walk to work every day, and you know, I used to try to help out with the bills and stuff like that. But yeah, all right. So fast forward back to Beauregard days, right? So where am I at now? And it's you know, it's
Bro,
so
I'm telling
much.
you should definitely like write a book.
See, I can't write.
You ain't gotta write.
You just said write a book.
You ain't gotta write a book. Not no more. You ain't gotta write a book no more. Tell the motherfucker that you write it and listen to what you're saying. That's what all the other actors and everybody else in Hollywood do. They just sit there and talk, and another person write it.
Yeah.
We just get my sister to do it. She has good handwriting.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I dropped out of school in the 6th grade.
Oh, so you just never went back after 6th grade? Oh, I mean, I probably should have caught that after, you know, you did bounce around a little bit.
Never went back, man. Never went back. Just 6th grade, that was it.
Don't feel bad. I left in the 9th grade. I don't think he just dropped out. I think he just didn't go back.
Yeah.
See, Dominic, you can't be do that. You don't want no microphone because every time I try to get mic, you don't want to talk. But you want to come in and drink up all the liquor and smoke the hookah and stuff. We gonna talk about that later.
So then I go back to Beauregard, and I start, you know, being just everywhere, doing whatever, you know, wherever I could go. And I did that all the way up until I was like, I say 27. You know what I'm saying? 27. Then my mama called me back.
Called you again? Bro, how
again.
did she keep finding your number?
She got in touch with me somehow. You know, when I was like 27. You
I mean,
know,
how old are you now?
33.
You're 33.
Hmm.
That's it.
That's it.
I don't know. I just figured he was older than that. I don't know.
Damn, do I look older? I mean, yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Dominique, will you just sit? Be quiet.
Big.
Oh, I know. I just figured you was. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought you.
Yeah,
With everything you've been through, you're supposed to be like 60 right now. But you know, we're gonna let that part slide.
Yeah, nah. So she come back when I was 27. She was like, "Hey, I got this house in Valley, Alabama, and you know, you can live here for $50 a month in rent. You know, you can live upstairs because she had a 2-story house. She said you can live upstairs and I live downstairs.
How'd she?
And man, she's it's crazy. The only way that she made money is by suing people. Man, I swear to God, man,
And it worked.
and it worked. And it worked. So she ended up making like 80,000 off of suing a trucking company, cause she
She might got hit by a truck.
she was lowering the little trailer with the little hinge thing on the side,
Uh huh.
and she hurt her back. That's what she said. She hurt her back, and you know, apparently that's enough cause
Well,
to sue a truck.
You know, when you hurt your back, they can't really tell how you hurt your back type
right.
thing.
Yep.
Wish I'd have knew that. I need me a nothing. Quick 80 grand
Yep.
would have been nice.
So she sued the trucking company, got that money for the trailers or for the house. So she bought the house, and she was like, "Hey, you know, you can live here upstairs, 50,000 a month in rent, and you know, just help me out with the yard and stuff like that." I'm like, "Okay, cool. You know, I really ain't got nowhere to live right now anyway." I was living with my friend Joel at the time again. You know,
This is when you was 27.
yeah. So I had,
And you're 33 now.
right,
That really wasn't too long
Too
ago.
long ago,
Like for
right.
real, like you know, that was like
Right,
you know, a couple
right.
summers ago for real.
right. So,
Dang.
so yeah, so she, you know, she and I was doing dirt all the way up until that point. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a menace still, all the way until I was like 27. Um, so I moved in with her, and I was still on that bullshit. You know, so I went back to jail. You know, did a
Dang,
bunch of
Kev.
stuff. Yep, and then I got me a job at a plant in Valley, and you know, I started hanging out with some other people, and that's why I got this on my neck and stuff. You know,
What's that on your neck? What is it?
GMB,
What does it stand for?
grown man business.
Grown man business.
Right,
GMB.
right. So
I can't wait till I go back to work. You do, hey, GMB, my boy.
yeah, so
Going on break.
So you know, I started hanging out in Lynette Valley, all that area. You know, and
I used to hang out in the valley.
yeah. So
Shout out to Shamika. I know you married now, but shout out.
so
She was fine too. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah.
She was real fine.
So you know, I hung out with them for a while, did all that, you know, did a bunch of more stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And ended up catching a DUI. Man, at one point, you know, like I'd been doing dumb shit. You know, I was running from them, you know, running from
Yeah.
everything, and,
Yeah.
and then somehow, I was hooked
Got
on.
tired of it.
Man, nah, I was hooked on Xanax. So,
What?
So I was addicted to Xanax for like 8 years. You know, so like the whole time I was doing dumb shit was because
You was taking
I
Xanax.
was taking Xanax.
Oh man.
Right. And cocaine and, you know, other things on top of Xanax. So I like the whole, like I was working at a plant. I worked at a plant called Nalara for like 4 years, right? And so while I was working at Nalara, I met this dude named Kano, FGE Kano. I don't know if you
Yeah.
watched
Hey,
it.
shout out to Kano. Yeah.
Kano. What up, man?
Gotta give my boy a date too. I meant to hit him
So-
up the other day.
And then another guy named Shaman Oliver. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't think I know him.
What up, Shaman? Shout out, man. But like I used to always, like everybody that I grew up with in the hood worked at Nalara somehow. I don't know how, but like as soon as I started working out, everybody like from the hood.
They probably was the only people hiring. Cause
Man, one time I swear to God, I was at work one day, and you know, I told you I lived on the south side of Columbus at one point. So I was working at the Lord one day, and man, all of a sudden this dude walk in, and his name is Swag. All right, he was part of the people that I hung out with in Columbus, and I don't know how he ended up in the same plant in Opelika, Alabama, from Columbus, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it.
They ain't got too many plants down there, like for real. Like a
Man.
lot of people come up here and work.
So, but anyway, all right. So he ended up at the plant in the Laura one day. I was like, and he looks at me. He's like, "What up, Kevo? You know, how you been? Blah blah blah." And Swag was always cool with me, right? Like when I went to jail in Columbus, he held down my house because somebody tried to rob my house, and he beat up the dude trying to rob me.
Yeah, that sounds like Columbus too.
Right. So you know, but then all right. So he comes, and I called G Dot and Mazo in Columbus. I'm like, hey man, you know what's up with Swag? You know, why is he down here? Come to find out, Swag had stabbed G Dot and Mazo. They were twin brothers, and so he had stabbed them. They were all part of the circle that I hung out with in Columbus. You know what I'm saying? So apparently he was on the run for a murder charge.
But he was up in Opelika
But
working.
he was in Opelika working.
He didn't run far enough.
So look, check
It's
this
like a
out.
25-minute drive. It's not far.
So we in the plant working, and he comes. He, what up, Kevo? How you been? You know this and that. I'm like, cool, man. I holler at you on break, man. You know, because I had to work. I was driving a forklift at the time, and so you know, break time comes around, and I go out to the parking lot. And he hollers, hey, Kevo, come here. So I go to his car. What I thought was his car. I go to the passenger.
It wasn't his car?
I go to the passenger seat. I get in. He's rolling up a blunt, whatever, and of some legal weed. We don't condone any kind of drugs or anything like that. So you know, he's doing that, and then yeah, this is all hypothetical about the murder stuff and all that. You know, that's all
Allegedly.
yeah, it wasn't. But anyway, he's
Had to fix that part.
he's rolling up, you know, in the car, and then we get talking, chopping it or whatever. And he was like, "Hey man, you know, I had some shit go down in Columbus, man. So I'm on the run right now, allegedly." And so I was like, "Man, what's going? He's like, "Man, I had to take this car to get to work this morning."
So he stole the
And
car.
I'm like, "What you mean?" He's like, "Man, don't put your fingerprints in the car." And I'm like, "Bro, hold up, man." So
Time out. Hold on, Kev. Time out. He already on the run, allegedly, for some stuff. He stole the car that morning to come to work that morning. He stole it from Columbus?
Oh no, I don't know.
You just know he stole it to come to work.
He just
And
said,
now
"Hey,
both
man,
of y'all sitting in it on break,
it's
rolling up.
hot as fuck."
Was it a nice car?
Nah,
He said, no.
no, man. I'm just like, man. He said,
Come on.
don't leave your fingerprints on that. Wipe it all off before you get out the
So
car."
what was he gonna do with the car? I mean, was he
So-
not coming back to work?
So,
or-
so then he goes to ask me, "Hey, man, can you drop me off somewhere after work?" I'm like, "What you gonna do with it?"
Leave it there.
Man. So, man, I had a daydream, that I had took him after work and dropped him off. And he was like, "Man, if you ever need anything, he left me his phone. You ever need me to take somebody out? Here's my phone number." That was a daydream though. That wasn't real, and nothing like that ever happened. I would not condone anybody steal no car. I wouldn't. No part of that.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So. So. But yeah, man. So that was wild. And then. But where were we before I rewinded to that? Where were we at before that? I was.
He just told you not to leave your fingerprints in the car. Y'all sit in the car.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened.
Did the police pull up anything, or?
Like we got off work. I took him. I dropped him off, or I followed him to the apartment complex. We're going to exit 62. That side road going from exit 60 to 62.
Yeah.
With the apartment building at the top of the hill on the left. Yeah.
That where you dropped him off at?
Dropped him off right. Like I followed him into there, and then he got out the car, started wiping everything down, and then got in my car, and then we took
And
off.
then you went and dropped him off
And
somewhere
I
else.
dropped him off at a gas station right up the road on exit 62.
You ever see him again?
Never. Oh, okay. So
Boy,
I thought I would never see him
golly.
again. So I dropped him off, and he left me. Left me his phone. He said, "Man, you ever need anything? Holler at me, man. I owe you for this." So so then I go on about my life or whatever, and like I think like 3 years down the road, I'm driving a motorcycle through Opelika on the you know where Cherry Circle at?
Yes, I know where Cherry Circle at.
All right, so you know where Hardaway at?
Yes, I know where Hardaway's
All
at.
right, so I'm driving my motorcycle through Hardaway because one of my sisters lives in Hardaway at this time. His name was Trey, right? Trey Miles, Sarah Miles. But anyway, what up, Trey? So Trey lived in Hardaway, so I was passing through there, and I happened to see this man walking down the road, and I look over at him, and it's Swag. And so I don't know how he seen me through my visor, but he knew it was me. And he was like, "Hey, yo, Kevo," he made
Flag you down, yeah.
yeah. So I stopped. I had to stop. I felt, I'm the type of person, man. If somebody, if I see somebody, I'm gonna handle it right then and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna go. So I pull over, and he proceeds to tell me that he's pimping out some hoes in Cherry Circle.
Oh Lord, not in the chair. Oh God.
Man,
Nothing to feel good bumping into people from the past.
Man,
Just,
and he was like, "Man, you ever going to come out and chill, and talk to anybody?"
I really don't.
Man,
I'm good. I'm good.
I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll come by."
'Cause,
and holler
the
at
prostitute's a key.
you." Man, right? So, I was like, "Man, I'll holler at you, whatever." I took off so fast, took off. But then again, like I said, I went. All right, so now I'm living in the valley, and I'm doing bad things, man. I started selling stuff and being hooked on Xanax. I started driving down the road and on the interstate, going from exit 69 or 70. I go from exit 70, and I'm going from exit 67 to exit 70. So it's only like one exit down.
Don't tell me you wrecked or fell asleep or
Man.
something.
I blacked out.
I knew it.
Going from
I said it.
as soon as I get on the interstate, I black out. I woke up the next morning, I'm in Troup County Jail.
Don't remember nothing.
Man, don't remember nothing. Don't remember how I got there. Don't remember how I got there, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, come to find out, I ended up getting a DUI.
Another one?
Yeah, ended up getting a DUI. And but the thing is, I had so much stuff on me at that time. Like, I don't know how I only got a DUI. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I had, like I said, I was addicted to them pills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
Xanax.
I had hundreds.
Stocked up, ready.
Man, hundreds. And ended up only catching DUI. So they gave me 2 years for that. Did my little time, probation, all this and that. And yep. Yeah. And I did that, and then time goes by. All right, so now I'm living in the valley. I'm starting to get my life on track, right? I meet this girl. Well, I don't meet this girl. I get with this girl that I grew up with. Like, I met her a long time ago in Beauregard. Like, I used to serve her up or something. Like,
Yeah.
used to serve her up all the time, and she wanted some Delta 8. She wanted some Delta 8. So I was like, hey, yeah, my partner owns the vape shop. I got plenty of Delta 8. Come on by. So she comes to the house. She gets some Delta 8 from me. We smoking Delta 8, the legal stuff. And, should we just vibe, And I got with her, and now she's my wife.
I was going to ask you about your wife.
Yeah.
That show was one of my questions coming up later.
Yeah. So,
Dang. The guy that was shipped from Germany, kicking doors and home wrecking,
man.
settled down and got married. But I ain't gonna lie, I do feel that when just with everything you've been through with the whole, just abandonment and trying to figure it out. And then once you like, when I finally had talked to you on the phone, you was talking about you had a like wife and a kid. I was like, you know what? I bet you he's probably like the best husband, best father, like best
Oh yeah, man. I
all
try to
that.
I try to be, man. And so now, like I said, I'm all right. So I got with my wife, and as soon as I got with my wife, man, like I straightened all the way up. You know what I'm saying? I stopped. I don't take any. I didn't take any more pills. I didn't smoke any more Delta 8. I don't ever drink alcohol. Um, you know, um, I stopped doing everything. I stopped hanging out with people. I used to hang out with Casey Weldon all the time and do all kinds of crazy stuff, because I was always the wild one with wild stories. I always did all kinds of crazy stuff. But I stopped doing everything, man, and straightened my life up. And I got a job at Briggs and Stratton in Auburn.
Bro, did everybody used to work at Briggs?
Yeah,
I
man.
didn't work at Briggs twice.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. You give me enough dynamite. Nothing. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah. I worked at Briggs
Yeah,
twice.
yeah. So,
V twin line.
man,
Zone
I,
3.
I wasn't on V Twin. I was on Big Block.
They wouldn't put me on Big
I
Block for
was
some
on Big
reason. I
Block,
don't know
boy.
why.
Look.
I was supposed to go to Big Block. They wouldn't put me over there.
Yeah, I was on Big Block, man. I was putting on mufflers. You know what I'm saying? And I did that for 12 hours a day, every day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I worked
Sick
there,
of it.
man. I worked there for like, I say 7 months. You know what I'm saying? At Auburn, good money. I was making great money. Um, and then somebody that I knew told me to start looking into Dogecoin.
I remember when Dogecoin went through the roof.
And so, this was like right before Dogecoin started going up.
That's when, matter of fact, when people start looking into Dogecoin, that's when all of a sudden no offense, but like everybody was like crypto specialists at this point when Doge, like I'm like, bro,
Right.
I have no clue what y'all talking about.
Right. So I started getting into Dogecoin, and I put, I say, $250 into Dogecoin. I didn't have much money. You know what I'm saying? I was working at Bridge Street. I didn't have a lot of extra money. I was, of course, taking care of my wife,
Yeah.
taking care of my son. It was a lot already. So, but I put 250 down on it, and that 250 turned into $5,000 in like 2 days.
Dang.
Yeah. So
$250 turned to $5,000.
$5,000. And so, I looked at my account, like I looked at the Robinhood.
Yeah.
I looked at Robinhood, said 5 bands. I said, oh, take out, cash out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
because you didn't want it to
cashed
go
out,
down
man.
and lose it.
Man, I cashed out so quick. And as soon as I cashed out, I told my wife, I said, we going to Miami.
I love Miami.
so I took her straight down to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Went down to Miami. We hit the casino down there. You know what I'm saying? I spent maybe another $2,000 at the casino, and I won another $3,000. So that paid for
But you was still up.
I was up, and that paid for the whole trip to Miami, paid for everything. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. It was a great time. It was a great experience. And so I had the $5,000 still on the way back home. You know what I'm saying? It paid for the Airbnb.
It's basically like a free trip.
Man, free trip, because it paid for the Airbnb. It paid for, everything. So we on the way back from Miami. And I look at her and I'm like, hey, babe, I want to get a computer. I'm going to start. If I just made $5,000
Exactly. In 2 days.
in 2 days off the internet, man, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? I can do this. I said, I'm going to buy a computer, man. So I started, looking on Marketplace in Auburn for a computer. And I wanted a gaming computer because games was always something that, growing up, I always played video games, man.
Yeah, man.
Because it would take the edge away, it would help me
Uh-huh.
kind of just get in my own zone, it would just make me feel better.
Unless you in one of them lobbies in Call of Duty, then
Yeah.
it just really depends. I'm gonna show you after this. I'll show you. They really.
So I told her I'm gonna get a computer. So I met up with this white dude in Auburn at Tigertown, and he sold me a computer, a gaming PC. It was like a see-through one, like you got. It was a nice one, man. And it lit up just like that, but
Yeah,
it was.
RGB
I'm
Life.
sure it wasn't nothing like as big as yours. Like yours was
Yeah, I'm
bigger.
pretty sure it's nothing like those.
Nah, it ain't
Those
nothing
are a
like
little
that. But it
little
had
over
the
the
little
top.
light up thing on the inside of it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I got you.
So I got that, and then I was still working at Bridge and Stratton. So I hooked it up at the house, and then I'd work 12 hours a day at Bridge and Stratton on Big Block. It's hot, man. It's hot in there.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I'm
AC
saying?
was not as good as they swear it
Nah,
was.
man, I had this little clip fan. I
Yeah,
used to bring to work, and I used to have to put it in front of me because it was so damn hot. So you know, I get off work after 12 hours of working, and I get home and I sit on the computer for like 2 hours researching about crypto.
yep.
You know, just like, hey man, what's crypto? What do I need to do to get into crypto? And it led me to this app called Telegram.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I
All
got
right,
you.
so then I downloaded Telegram. All right, so then I started joining these cryptocurrency groups.
Oh, what?
In
Was it on
Telegram.
Discord or through Telegram?
Telegram,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and these groups were like altcoins. These were cryptocurrency that were just starting out, and they were worth like way under a penny. You know, so I got in with this group called Satoshi Street Bets, and
Why does that sound familiar?
because Wall Street Bets,
Okay.
right? So Satoshi Street Bets was like an off-brand version of Wall Street Bets. And so I started working with them. And at first, I wasn't working with. I would just be in their group, just paying attention to what's going on,
Watching what they were doing
watching what
and
they were
yeah.
doing for like weeks, man. Just paying attention, just learning stuff, you know, learning about the project, learning everything. And then after a month or two, you know, new people would join the group, and they would be like, "Hey, what is this about?" And I would be the one answering the questions because I had learned all the information.
Yeah.
And so the people that were over the coin seen that I was doing that. And so they were like, hey man, you know, and my name on there was Big Homie Slim. And so they were like, hey Slim, you know, you wanna be a moderator for us? We'll pay you $400 a week to be a moderator.
Dang.
And I was like, hell yeah.
That's
know,
easy.
I
That's
mean,
you
what-
already doing it anyway. That's
Right.
cake work.
So I was like, hell yeah, you know, all I got to do, he's like, all you got to do is moderate for an hour a day, every day, when you get off work.
You was already on the computer for 2 hours.
2 hours, right. So every day I get off work and I come home and I get on the computer and I moderate. You know, just sit in the chat and just pay attention. Anybody comes in, got any questions, I answer them, blah, blah, blah. Tell them what the tokenomics were. Tokenomics are like how much percent tax you're gonna get taken out when you buy the token, or you know how much where your money is going every time you buy it, pretty much. And so you know I would answer questions for like I say I did that for like a month and a half, 2 months, and then they wanted me to be a voice moderator. So they opened up a chat room, like
Yeah.
a voice chat.
Yeah, I know what you're
room.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so then every day I get off work and I join the voice chat. You know, when I got home from work, and I'd get in there every day and be like, hey yo, what up people? You know what I'm saying? And just
Hype them up
hype
and
'em up
yeah.
and you know
They paid you more for that?
they paid me more for that. And then I was making $600 a week,
$600 a week for an hour a day
hour a day.
to moderate voice chat
Right.
on top of the Bridge and Stratton chat,
Right.
on top of the $5,000 you already had.
Right.
This
So now I'm going places.
This spot a bitch. I've been working my ass off so much. Oh, boy, oh Lord.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Continue. Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead. All this money. Go ahead.
Yeah. So now I'm going places, right? I start getting to know people, networking.
Yeah. Networking is big.
So then I met this guy that does marketing for cryptocurrency. And he was like, hey man, you know, you want to make a lot more money doing this? I was like, what do you mean?
I'm about to say you was already making like pretty comfortable.
Yeah, right. But he was talking about hundreds of thousands, 60,000, 50,000.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I said, hell yeah, I want to make more money. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
Who doesn't? So I was like, hell yeah, I want to do that. And he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna show you how to sell billboards. Okay, cool, show me. You know, he was like, okay, man, look, I'm gonna send you all this. So he sent me all kinds of information about the billboards, pictures, videos, all the billboards in New York City, in Times Square. You know, it was like the digital billboards that you see in Times Square. The biggest one was, I think, $85,000 for a week. You know what I'm saying? So you get to advertise your cryptocurrency for a week on the biggest billboard we have for $85,000 for a week. So I started doing that. I ended up selling 3 billboards my first day, and I made, I think it was like $105,000.
You made $105,000
And $5,000
in 3 days selling billboards.
went from working at Briggs and Stratton to quitting my job.
Hell yeah, big block. What you can kiss this ass? Is what you can do.
Right.
You
right.
made $100K in 3 days
selling billboards
selling billboards. I didn't even know you could. I didn't even know that was a thing
on Telegram.
on Telegram.
On Telegram.
And it all came from you just buying a computer. Well, Dogecoin. Everybody
Right.
made everybody in the middle of channel Dogecoin.
Right.
To not letting up, getting a computer, just really just paying attention to what's going on,
Right.
helping folks out that needed help, because
Right.
you were still starting off. You trying to
Right.
get there too.
Yeah.
To networking,
Yeah.
to selling a goddamn billboard that I didn't even know was a fucking job,
Yeah.
to $105,000 in 3 days.
Yeah.
How long ago was this? About a year, 2 years ago, 3 years
This was
ago,
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you,
So I quit my job after I made the 105,000. Quit my job.
yes, yeah, of course,
Quit my job.
obviously.
And then I told my wife, like, she was happy, of course,
I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
So I bought her a Prius, the electric car. Yeah, I bought her a Toyota Prius.
She wanted that,
Yeah, that was the only car she wanted. I was like, any car you want.
and she chose a Prius.
She chose a Prius. She was like, this would be, the future. This would be good.
Well, yeah, it kind of is, yeah. And I ain't gonna lie,
And
like,
it's better on gas,
yeah, well, she won that battle. Because we
So-
from, what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
Hellcat.
Right.
I'm
So
thinking Scat Pack.
I bought an H3 Hummer.
There we go.
You know
There we
what
go.
I'm
I'm thinking
saying?
big boy. I'm thinking,
Right.
shoot, Prius my ass.
I bought me an H3 Hummer. It was lifted up. You know what I'm saying? I
You
paid.
paid cash?
Yeah.
What? Not. It was not cash. It's what's it called? Cash your check. Cash your check type shit.
No, I paid cash.
Oh, you drop cash? Oh.
Yeah. I tried to withdraw all my money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody locked me up or nothing. So,
boy.
I paid H3 Hummer. I went to Casey,
Mm-hmm.
put a system in it. You know what I'm saying?
You still got the Hummer?
Nah.
Oh, you got rid of it?
Yeah. This thing was expensive. The
Yeah,
repairs.
I'm pretty sure it was.
So
It's probably especially after the system's shaking every damn thing.
yeah, so I told Casey, I was like, put a system in it. Man, I paid $4,000 for a system.
B.
Beating. I'm talking
Killing
about,
the
man,
block.
everything. I was beating everything down. So, I did that, and then bought her a Prius. Then I bought my mama a car. You know what I'm saying? That was another $7,000. I bought my wife's car was like $9,000. My car was like $11,000. My mama's car was like $7,000. You know what I'm saying? So
What's that, like 21,000?
yeah, something like that.
Man,
Like 20,
I mean,
20
you still like 80 up.
still good,
Well,
right?
really like 85 up.
But I had Chime bank account because I ain't have no ID at the time. Because I was always in trouble with the law, and always doing dumb shit.
Yeah. I
So,
understand.
at that point, I hadn't settled everything that I needed to settle with the cops and everything. So I didn't have no ID. So I had Chime. You ever heard of Chime?
Yeah. My brother has it. I mean, oh damn. I mean, yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, so
What's up, Mike? Don't
so
he gonna text my phone in
so I
just a
had
minute.
so I had Chime, and you know, when I made all that money, man, they were like, "Hey, hold up," and they put a lock on my account.
Yeah, cause too much. I think anything over
But
10,000.
after I bought all these vehicles, so you know, what I'm saying, I'm sitting here like, damn, I still got 70 grand in my account.
That you can't get to.
I can't get to, and they talking about you got to explain how you made the money. You gotta show us evidence that you made it. This and that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know, if
Man,
anything over 10 grand to your account, that's when like they start looking into it.
yeah. So
And
they
you
had,
definitely had a lot of 10 grands in there.
man. So they froze me up. You know what I'm saying? I had to send them emails after emails of screenshots of, and I told them, you know, I sold the billboard, and I had to send them screenshots of my messages selling the
How long was
billboard.
it frozen?
Man, it was frozen for like a month. Yeah, so it was,
No cheddar.
man, it was bad. I quit my job, you know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I know what
saying?
I'm saying. Yeah, just quit.
Right. So, you know, but you know, like I said, I was hustling at the time, so like I was still moving Delta 8, you know, so you know, I was still making a little money off that to survive on, you know. So I ended up switching bank accounts after they unfroze my account. I withdrew all
Yeah,
my money.
hell up out of there. Yeah,
Man,
out of
went
there.
straight to PNC. You know
That's
what
where we
I'm
got
saying?
our business account
Yeah.
at. We
So
got business
so
account through
went straight to
PNC.
PNC,
Shout
man.
out PNC. We need to
Shout,
y'all need
yeah,
to update credit card.
yeah,
We
straight
only
up.
at we'll talk later.
Yeah. So I put all my money in PNC. You know what I'm saying? And me and my wife and my son went on so many vacations, man. We went all the way up and down the East Coast, just going everywhere, just celebrating all the time, doing everything I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I could buy anything that I ever wanted in life. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I went from not
Barely just
making it, you know what I'm saying, to now I got enough money to buy anything that I want in life. So it was a good feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like above the world, you know. I was like, damn, man, I can get whatever I want. What do I want? And then I got to the point where I didn't want nothing else because like I could get whatever I want. Now I don't want nothing. Now I'm good, you know what I'm saying? Because I done got me an H3 Hummer. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. I feel like top dog right now. I don't want nothing else.
yeah. Can't nobody
Nobody
tell
can
you
tell
nothing.
me
Like
nothing.
you good.
Man, I bought me a Razor, you know, like a little off-road side by side.
I
You
love
know,
those things.
man, I did.
I'm still looking to purchase my first one eventually.
Yeah. So, you know, I did all that, and then with the rest of the money I had left over before I lost all of it, I started buying me a work truck.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then I put some money back, and had a little money put back. So I started a business. I started off, and really Casey Weldon was the one that suggested starting a business.
Mhm.
You know, because man, I had all this money, I didn't know what to do with it. You know, and he came up to
Can't wait
me
till I have that problem.
and he was like, man, you know, maybe we should start a business together. You know, and I'm like, hey, what kind of business you want to start? And, you know, and he was like, you start a pressure washing business. So, you know, me and him started a pressure washing business at first, and you know, it went from pressure washing like together to just me pressure washing after a while because he had his own thing going on, you know, so he didn't really have time because he'd been, you know,
So
dealing.
when you did the pressure washing bin, did you get like the whole like pull behind trailer, all the
No. I had just got me a simple pressure
oh,
washer.
just a regular pressure washer.
Yeah, and
So you didn't have the whole your own water tote and trailer
mm-mm,
and heated. They
mm-mm.
had the heaters and all that stuff.
Nah, it was just a regular pressure washer. And you know, I started getting business left and right, and I was making like $600 a job, you know, $500 a job, somewhere like that. And you know, I was doing that for a while. Then I ended up buying a like lifted truck, a F-150 lifted truck. You know what I'm saying, with big mud tires on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
like that.
it was nice. You know,
I
it was
like them type
real.
truck there.
It was real nice. But the tires were so big on the interstate. You know, it would guzzle
Eat them
gas.
up. It'll eat them up too.
Man, yeah, and it would just sound weird. You know, driving down the interstate, going so fast, and uh, so I ended up selling that and buying the truck I got now. You know, as a 4-door because I needed a work crew. as I can, got more business, more and more business, I ended up adding painting to my company instead of just pressure washing, and that's how I started the painting side of things.
And then like about that painting side, I was talking to my sister earlier because she hit me up and we went and ate breakfast at another Broken Egg, and she knew. I mean, she pretty much knew that was probably the only way I was gonna leave the house because I had to come down here. 'Cause, I got to work this morning. I ain't been asleep since yesterday, so I've been up.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it at this point. I'm just
Yeah.
used to it. So she hit me up, and I was telling her, I said, man, I think he makes pretty good. We talked. I never told like the number of figures, but I said, he makes pretty good or whatever. And I was like, I was gonna like shoot. I was gonna try to get in. I was like, he be outside. I was like, oh, I can't do that. And she was talking about something. You are so sassy. I was like, that is not nothing to do with it. I said, it's just not used to. Our dad had us outside so much growing up, just working and cutting grass and all that. I just now that I'm older, I just don't like. I don't like being
doing it,
outside
right.
like that no more.
Like I don't like scrapping. I don't like doing no scrap metal, none of that.
And that's what my dad like. He's like, he's like old school, whatever. He's like big on that now. Like, we just changed like all the brakes and rotors and all that. He's like, put it over there in that pile right there. I'm taking this scrap. I'm like, man, what you gonna get $20? Like, well, yeah.
20.
I understand that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so you have two. So these are two separate businesses, or is it still one?
So it's all
name?
in one business now. Yeah.
What's the name of the business?
It's Darling Does It now.
Then he got the name in it.
Yeah. Darling Does It.
So that's pressure washing and painting.
Painting, yeah. So really, it's just painting now. The pressure washing thing is like we pressure wash every house before we paint it anyway.
Gotta get the grime off. Yeah.
Right. So it's just really painting is a lot more profit, man. I went from working at Briggs and Stratton, bringing home, I say, I don't know, anywhere from 2,000 a week, from anywhere from like 1,200 to 2,000 a week at Briggs and Stratton. Now, I'm bringing home anywhere from 5 to 25,000 a week.
hold on. 5 to 25 grand
a week.
So what is your average for a month?
It all depends on the month. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's a good month, we're looking at 30 grand.
30 grand a month. So basically, as much as most people make
a year.
In a year, you bring it home in a month.
Yeah.
So and basically, once you got that little taste, you stayed up there.
I stayed on the ground, man. I stayed on the ground.
Yeah, you got a point because I can text you, but you might not text back. So later I was like, he's probably on the ladder or something or busy. But see, this is my thing. Like you say, you pressure wash, your business pressure washes and paints, but you're scared of spiders.
I'm scared of spiders or snakes. But see, now I got to the point in my business where I don't really do any of the work.
Oh, that's right. You said you got workers now.
I got workers now, right? So the reason I got that truck is because it's a 4-door truck, and I can just go
drop my workers off,
and then go quote
put the stuff in the back of the truck. Yeah,
right. Go leave them with all the stuff, and I got somebody watching over the job, make sure it goes good, and then I go quote another job. You know what I'm saying? Go start on that job or whatever. And that's how I make as much as I do is because I can complete 3 or 4 houses a week. You know what I'm saying? And each house is probably anywhere from 25 to $5 grand a house. So.
Bro, I would have never thought painting, pressure washing would bring in pretty much $5 grand a week.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. So you went from being shipped from Germany,
learning
to speak English, house to house, bed to bed, street to street, kicking doors, home wrecking, kicking more doors, home wrecking, going to jail, on drugs, Xanax, selling drugs. Shit, I'm trying to make sure I got it all. Hold on. Selling drug. Dad gone, mom's in and out of life, to just getting just a taste. I mean, literally, cause you see what everybody like been doing with crypto and everything else.
Right.
Just getting a taste on what it could be like, and it was like, oh shit, I'm not letting up on this.
Right.
I'm about to go all the way in. But that's what I always. Well, that's what my homeboy always tell me.
Yeah.
Bro, if one person do it, you can do it. Like
Right.
it's
And see,
just that simple.
that's the main thing, man. Is like when I told myself I'm gonna take this risk, keyword risk, you know, I'm not going back to working for anybody else. And ever since that day, man, there was like what 5 years ago, you know, 5 years ago, I took a risk, a big risk, and I quit my job, you know, and man, it's been good for me since.
But you know what they say though. They say you either take the risk or you end up working for someone that took the risk.
Hmm. That's right. That's right, man.
That's what
That's
I heard.
right.
I heard
as
that.
long as you, I know it can be hard. It can be like
Stressful.
stressful. You know, it's scary,
Mhm.
big bad world out there. You know, but if you take the risk, you can make it happen as long as you're consistent and you know you stay with it.
And that's what I try to tell people. For what she say? What did she say?
You forgot selling toys at 6 years old.
Who was selling toys at 6 years? Oh, you talking? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, she's talking about what I was talking about
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
What
yeah.
you were doing? Oh, yeah. He done did a little bit of everything. Like but like I say, like you. And then they also say, when you're doing something and you're trying something new, like if you don't feel uncomfortable doing it, you're probably not doing that right.
Not
Because
gonna do-
I
yeah.
tell people all the time, like people think, I get up here, live stream, it average between like 1,000, 3,000 views. And like every time, I don't. Well, you probably seen me a little bit earlier, but I'm more content with it.
Right.
But like right before they click that live, my goddamn heart's beating like hell. I'm like, okay, I need everything to work the way I need
Right.
it to work.
Right.
Sisters in here trying to let a hookah, like 20 things going on. I'm like, can y'all just hold on? I'm just trying to get this going. But
yeah.
nowadays, bro, that's what it takes, bro. You just got to get out
You gotta
there.
get out there.
You gotta get out there.
It. That's the main thing. See, a lot of people they're programmed to like they go to school, you know, for what 12 years. You know,
Nah,
you
it's
go to-
probably longer
go
than
to
that.
high
If you go to
school
college, you go
then
to
you
high
go to
school
college.
12, then you go to college for
Right.
another
You know,
5.
and the
Then
whole
you're in
time
debt after college.
and the whole time you're in school, people always tell you, you know, you got to work hard for what you want in life. You got to work hard, work hard, work hard.
Get your pension and
you know,
all that.
and they teach you, they program you to work until you like 80 years old. Then you can retire and you'll be happy.
Then you can
after
try to
that.
enjoy your life.
Then you can try to enjoy your life.
Nah.
Man, who wants to enjoy their life at 80? What are you gonna do at 80 years old? You gonna go bungee jump at 80 years old?
No, you're going to get in that scooter and roll around Pensacola and complain about how loud the music is.
And your knees gonna be cracking the whole time. You gonna be able to do nothing fun.
You don't do nothing, man.
You know, so like what I say is everybody should enjoy their life and take that risk because you're not gonna have a chance later. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be
I agree.
way too old to jump out there and do anything later on, man. Ain't nobody gonna want an 80-year-old man painting their house. Ain't nobody gonna want an 80-year-old man hosting a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you gotta do what you want to do in life while you have a chance.
Exactly. That's
know?
one reason why I jumped out there to what am I doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, we right on it. 2 hours. Well, Kevin, I appreciate you, my guy,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
coming through. I know you had a good little drive to get down here. We had to
Yeah,
start a little early, but hey, I appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you, man.
I already told everybody, man, like, bro, it's gonna be a real inspirational story, and
Yeah.
bro, like, I know you had gave me some little bits on like what happened, but I didn't know it was like that. Like
it's
it was,
intense, man.
it was a lot.
Yeah, yeah. But I appreciate you letting me come on to the podcast.
Hey,
you
man,
know.
no problem, no
You got-
problem.
man,
you
you've
still got
been a
that
great
razor?
host,
You still got
man.
that razor?
No.
God damn it, Kevin.
So the razor,
My
man.
homeboy Freddie around the corner, he got him a real nice one. He usually ride it over here like on the street every now and then.
Yeah.
I told him he told me going to jail. He swear he ain't getting pulled over. But he got a real nice one with speakers all in the roof and everything.
Okay.
But he always takes
Yeah.
it to the mud ride and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we about to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all. What's the name of your company again?
Darling Does It, LLC.
Yeah, Darling LLC. Y'all need your house painted, pressure wash, everything. Make sure you hit my guy up. We about to get up out of here. My boy on the grill. We appreciate
Sir.
y'all.
Peace.